Hello, my lovely bees in Java School. Today you're gonna fly in the world of grammar to suck the honey of this video. This video will be about types of sentences. I wish that you'll love this video. Let's start. Here are my objectives of this video. At the end of this video, my students will be able to distinguish among the different types of sentences and punctuate them correctly. Also, they have to be able to change a certain type of a sentence into another one. Let us see these sentences now. Ants are social animals. How do ants teammate? What amazing insects ants are. Feed the insects. What is the function of each sentence in the above slide? Does the sentence declare or tell? Does it interrogate or ask? Does it ask for an order or request, command? Does it show feeling or surprise? How does each sentence end? What do you conclude now? What are the types of sentences according to the given examples? The sentences types are declarative, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory. Now let us see the definition of each type of a sentence. Declarative. It is a statement that tells something. It is a statement that declares something. It begins with an uppercase, it ends with a period. Example: both city and country are enjoyable places. So this sentence is declarative because it declares something about city and country. It begins with an uppercase and it ends with a period. What about an interrogative sentence? It asks a question and it ends with a question mark. So this sentence means asking. Example: do you like the countryside or the city? This sentence is interrogative. It's a question. It's asking because it asks something. It begins with an uppercase and ends with a question mark. Exclamatory. It shows strong feelings or surprise. It ends with an exclamation mark. Example: what a wonderful natural scenery it is. So the sentence is exclamatory or exclamation because it shows strong feelings or surprise. It begins with an uppercase and it ends with an exclamation mark. What about the last type of a sentence? It's imperative. It's command. It tells someone to do something. It gives an order. It gives a request. It ends with a period. Example: keep your city green and clean. So this sentence is imperative or it is command because it tells someone to do something or it asks someone for an order or for a request. It begins with an uppercase and ends with a period. Notice in this sentence the subject is hidden. The subject is not present. Okay? And the sentence starts with the main verb keep. Keep your city green and clean. So, in imperative sentences, we have to start with the main verb and the subject is hidden. In this sentence, the subject is you. You keep your city green and clean. The sentences types are declarative, means telling. Interrogative means asking or a question. Exclamatory means exclamation or showing surprise and strong feelings. Imperative means command or asking someone to do something. Notice now, What about changing a declarative sentence into a command one? This will be by omitting the subject, deleting the subject, picking the main verb in the sentence, taking the main verb from the declarative sentence, and placing it and putting it at the beginning of the command imperative sentence. Let us see the example. Ants live in small hills. This is a declarative sentence because it declares something about ants. If we have to change it into an imperative sentence, we have to apply the above steps. First of all, we have to omit the subject. We have to cross the subject. In this sentence, the subject is ants. We have to cross it. Second of all, the second step, we have to begin with the main verb. The main verb here is live. So we have to start with the main verb in the imperative sentence. Live in small hills. Live in small hills. So here in this imperative sentence, the subject is omitted. The subject is hidden. Now, what about changing a declarative sentence into an interrogative one, into a question? This will be by starting with a question word. Starting with a question word like who, what, where, when, which, whose, which, etc. A linking verb or a helping verb. Let us see the examples now. Ants live in small hills. This is a declarative sentence, as I mentioned before. As for changing this declarative sentence into an interrogative one, let us start with a question word like what, where. What lives in small hills? So here I start with the question word what because I'm asking about ants. What lives in small hills? Where do ants live? So I start with the question word that is where here because I'm asking about the place of ants. In this interrogative sentence, I start with do. It's a helping verb. Do ants live in small hills? Now, what about changing a declarative sentence into an exclamation or exclamatory? This will be by starting with words showing surprise or strong feelings, as look, listen, oh, wow, how, what. Let us see the examples. Ants live in small hills. This is the declarative sentence I'm using. What about changing it into an exclamatory sentence or exclamation? I have to start with words that show surprise or strong feelings, like look, wow, what, how, etc. Look, ants live in small hills. Wow, ants live in small hills. What small hills they are. So these are the exclamatory sentences. Now, I wish that you enjoyed this video with me. Goodbye.